Welcome to Mbuya Parent School and Kindergarten, situated in Kampala City with modern, well-equipped facilities plus extensive playing fields and amenities. Mbuya Parent School believes that a better future lies where children know how to find and create balances in themselves and the world around them. This explains our fusion of academic subjects and co-curricular activities. There are many opportunities presented to them to flourish both in and outside the classroom.
I want to become a president when I grow up.
I want to be a pilot.
I will be the best fashion designer.
Mbuya Parent School, the sky
A
is
good
our
welcome,
limit.
dear learners, to our e-learning session. This is Mbuya Parent School. Mr. Waisa Samuel. I'm going to take you through social studies. Today, we are going to look at our topic, the people of Africa. Of course, in this topic, I know our learners, you got some clue, especially when you're in P6. In P6, you learned about the people of East Africa. So you got some kind of background on this. Though in primary 7, we shall stretch a bit and go up to West Africa and look at the people in Southern Africa. In P6, you only xeroxed on only East Africa. Before we start our topic, I want first of all tell you that in this topic, we have areas which I can say our targets. Our targets, 1, we must be able or in position to tell what an ethnic group is. Target number 2, we must give the characteristics of ethnic groups. Target number 3, we must be in position to tell the different ethnic groups in Africa. And perhaps target number 4, we must be in position to give the examples of some of the ethnic groups, especially Bantu, and their origin, and perhaps the challenges they faced when they were migrating, and the reasons why they migrated from wherever they were to the areas where presently they are living. Thank you. So let's get back to our topic, the people of Africa. In this topic, there are keywords, which I can call vocabularies. What are these vocabularies? We're supposed to look at these vocabularies and get to know the right spelling of these vocabularies, get to know how to write them clearly, and of course, one of the vocabulary I'm going to talk about here is the one we can refer to as ethnic group. The first one is ethnic group. Our word ethnic group, students or learners, wherever you are, let's try and spell the word ethnic. Try it. You can get a pencil and a paper in your homes, wherever you are, and try to move with me. Let's get there. The word is ethnic. Let's spell E-T-H-N-I-C. Once again, E-T-H-N-I-C. The word is ethnic. Have you tried it? Okay, let's continue. What is an ethnic group? An ethnic group is a group of people who share the same origin and speak related languages. I'm saying an ethnic group is a group of people who share the same origin and speak related languages. Let's get to the next word. That is a tribe. What is a tribe? Perhaps can you try to spell the word tribe? I know you did this in P3, P4, continue P5 up to P6. But we can try to spell the word tribe. Can we try? The word is tribe. Let's try. T-R-I-B-E. What is a tribe? This is a group of people who speak the same language and have the same customs. I'm saying a tribe is a group of people who speak the same language and have the same customs. Let's get another word. Let's get to another word, and that is a clan. What is a clan? A clan is a group of people who share the same. A clan is a group of people who share the same totem. Perhaps in this definition, there is a word totem. A totem can be something that identifies a tribe or a clan. A totem can be something special which identifies a clan. For example, it can be a plant, It can be an animal or an object. My good learners, right there in the homes where you are, try and ask your guardian who is with you there in the home, your mom, your dad, if you are with them there in the home, what is their totem? Or what is that special plant or animal which identifies their clan? Ask your mom or dad or guardian his or her clan. Then from there, continue and ask them what is their special animal or plant, and whatever they'll tell you, of course, will tell us what a totem is. Let's get to another word. Another one is migration. Migration is a big terminology. And when you are looking at migration, there is a key word in our definition, and that is the word settlement, which is there. Migration is when people move from one place to another place to get a permanent settlement. In our definition, my dear candidates, let's have that word, permanent settlement. When one is moving perhaps from here to go to Mbale, is leaving Kampala to go to Mbale, perhaps to visit or to tour, we don't call that one an immigrant or a person who has carried out migration. That one has just maybe moved perhaps to visit or to tour. But if he has left Kampala to go to Mbale or Jinja to settle and live there, establish himself or herself there, build a home, and settle there, we can refer to that person as a person who migrated. And the movement is what we call migration. Once again, migration is the movement of people from one place to another for settlement. Let's go to another word, that's culture. Culture is the accepted way of behavior in a society. Look around your home where you are, my good learners. I know you have different ways how you cherish your culture, how you exhibit your culture, how you practice your culture, wherever you are. So it's how we behave. It can be religious way, or it can be a traditional way. So culture is another big terminology, but when we continue in our revision segments, we shall get to know better what culture is embedded or what it means. Let's get to another terminology here for vocabulary, and that is, let's get to the characteristics of ethnic groups. Characteristics of ethnic groups. Number one, the first characteristic is that they have the same origin. Number two, they speak related languages. Number three, move with me candidates, they have similar political setup. I know my teachers, my colleagues in P6 took you through this. So we are having revision. Try to revisit your P6 work, especially the book where you wrote notes concerning the people of East Africa. Even P5, all what we are talking about here is there. So we are in revision. Then lastly, they have similar traditional practices. Ethnic groups in Africa. Like I told you in P6, you learned about ethnic groups in East Africa. And I know my teacher, my colleague in primary 6 taught you the largest ethnic group. Can you try and tell me that one? Yes, I know, you are guessing right. That is none other than the Bantu. So, number one, we have the Bantu. We have the Bantu. Bantu is the largest ethnic group in Africa, or Uganda, or East Africa. Another ethnic group, we have the Nilotes. The third ethnic group, we have the Cushites. The Cushites can also be referred to as the Hamites. We have another ethnic group as the Sudanic people. Then we also have the Semites. And we have the Pygmies, just here in Democratic Republic of Congo. Then we have the Berbers who live in North Africa. So, today we are going to specifically look at the Bantu. Why were they called the Bantu? Can you try someone? there where you are and tell me, why were the Bantu called so? I may set my question asking, why were the Bantu called so? Here is our answer. The Bantu are called so because they have a common suffix "ntu" whenever they are referring to things or people. I'm repeating. My candidate set a question here and say, why were the Bantu called so? We are called so because they have a common suffix "ntu" whenever they are referring to things or people. Let's continue and look at the Bantu. What was the original homeland of the Bantu? Candidates, look at the word original homeland. It's our keyword in that question. It's very important to note that word, original homeland of the Bantu. Are you trying to guess the answer? I think you've guessed right. That was Cameroon Highlands. The key word in the question is original homelands. Because in this area, when the Bantu migrated from Cameroon Highlands, they settled in different places of Africa and kept on moving to other places. So you can get other similar questions. For example, a question which can come and ask you, where did the Bantu settle? In which country of Africa did the Bantu settle before migrating into Uganda? That's another question away from this. Our answer there a little bit will twist. This time we may not say Cameroon Islands, but we shall look at another country where they settled after leaving Cameroon Highlands, came and settled in Democratic Republic of Congo, in our area called the Congo Basin, then migrated into Uganda, as we shall see. Let's continue. What is the main occupation of the Bantu? Try, candidate, wherever you are. What could be the main occupation? This is a revision, like I told you. In P6, you learned about the Bantu. The main occupation, these were basically group farmers. But even if you write the answer and say farming, I give a tick. I give a tick, just say farming, occupation. Let's continue. We are looking at the tribes of the Bantu in East Africa. Now we are bringing it from a wider perspective to a regional basis, and that is our region, East Africa. And let's look at the tribes of the Bantu. My learner, if you are out there, try and ask mommy or daddy, your tribe, uncle or guardian. You may be with your guardian, your aunt, in this COVID lockdown. Ask your guardian, your aunt, your mother, your dad, the tribe, so that at least you capture exactly what we are handling. And you see whether your tribe will follow under this ethnic group we are discussing, which we have already called the Bantu. So under this, in Uganda, our country, we have the Baganda. Let me hope I'm speaking to some candidates who belong in this tribe. If you are there, bravo. We have the Bagishu, we have the Basoga, we have the Banyankore, and we have the Bachiga. Let's get to those in another country of East Africa, and that's Kenya. We have the Chikuyu, Akamba, Embu, Meru, and Abaluya. Let's go to another country of East Africa, and that's Tanzania. We have the Hehe, the Ngoni, the Sukuma, the Nyamwezi, and the Chaga. Let's get to another country, and that is Burundi. We have the Hutu, and finally, let's look at Rwanda. We have the Hutu still. So these are some of the examples of the Bantu tribes found in East Africa. But again, the question may, when we are looking at the word ethnic group, what I want you to capture still in our session here is an ethnic group can also be referred to as a tribal group, meaning that it is a composition of very many tribes coming together and forming an ethnic group. So I can change my question and say, name the tribal group. Name the tribal group where the Baganda belong. So let's note that one not confuse you. An ethnic group can also be referred to as a tribal group, meaning that if I get very many tribes, like we've seen them earlier, I put them together, I can form an ethnic group. Let's go to the reasons for their migration. Why did they leave Cameroon Highlands? Can you try one? Yes, I know you're following me. Several reasons are put across by historians, and one of them is outbreak of diseases. Diseases, where you are looking at migration, under migration we have the push factors and the pull factors. Candidates remember very well in P4, when the teacher was teaching you about migration, he talked about what attracts people in an area and what pushes people away from certain areas. So in this context, we suppose to look at the push factors and the pull factors. So under this, we are now looking at some of the push factors which chased away the Bantu to leave Cameroon Highlands to come and settle in East Africa. One of them, like I've said earlier, that is outbreak of diseases. 2, we are looking for areas with fertile soils. 3, wanted areas with live rainfall. 4, due to internal and external conflicts. Internal and external conflicts can be wars, tribal wars. If you put here and answer, if I set a question and say, give the reasons why the Bantu migrated from their cradle land, I may not specifically use the other word or words of Cameroon Highlands and say, I may say, give the reasons, or 2 or 3, why the Bantu migrated from their cradle land. The cradle land I'm talking about here is Cameroon Highlands. There you now start giving me short, brief, precise answers. You can say, due to disease outbreak, search for pasture and water, looking for fertile soils, areas like rainfall, tribals and the conflicts, then lastly, population pressure. Population pressure here comes as a result of the population, the area, having very many people. And of course, when they are having very many people, people become crowded. The resources available in that area may not be enough to sustain the available population, hence forcing some to go elsewhere and get exactly what can make their life better. That is now what we are referring to as population increase. Okay, let's look at the map of Africa. I mentioned earlier that the Bantu migrated from a place called Cameroon Highlands. Where is Cameroon Highlands on our map? Where you are seeing the place where I'm pointing, that is Cameroon Highlands. And this is the original homeland, the cradle land. And from here, as the arrow points, the first group migrated. And when they moved, they settled in another place called the Congo Basin in Democratic Republic of Congo. That's where they settled first. Catch your minds back and remember the question I said earlier when I said that if a question comes and states, or I ask you my question and say, what was the original homeland of the Bantu or cradle land of the Bantu? This one, Cameroon Highlands. I can rephrase my question and say, name the place where the Bantu settled before migrating into Uganda. Here we are. That is Congo Basin. My learners capture those, because in the next learning segment, I'll bring some of those questions there and see whether you are following me. So from here, another group sloped or moved southwards in South Africa, settled in South Africa, and from there, another group moved and entered Uganda. That is now the one we can refer to as the Western Bantu. Then we have the Central Bantu. We are now looking at the map of East Africa. Remember in P6, primary 6, when the teacher drew the map of East Africa and showed arrows, especially which are showing the movement of the Bantu into East Africa. These arrows were there. He talked about this arrow showing you the Western Bantu migrating from Congo Basin into Uganda. Another arrow came here, entering East Africa through the borders of Rwanda and Burundi. That is the Central Bantu. Then another movement of the Bantu who had earlier settled in Southern Africa migrated from South Africa because of challenges related with tribal wars and conflicts, forced them to further migrate from South Africa for the northern route coming to East Africa. What could be the reason? One of the key factors here you look at, the Bantu being basically farmers, we are looking for areas with fertile soils. Though there are other reasons historians advance towards their movement. But basically put that in your mind, that East Africa being a region where we have Great Lakes, where we have that area we refer to as the interlacustrine region, it is gifted with fertile soils and reliable rainfall. Those two factors being key important factors to attract the Bantu to leave wherever they had moved to come further and settle here in East Africa. So we have the arrows here showing us the movement of the Southern Bantu. I can set my question here and ask, name the last Bantu tribe. I'm not talking about ethnic group. I'm mentioning the last Bantu tribe to enter East Africa. Try. That one is the Ngoni. Do you remember your teacher of P6, primary 6 social studies? He talked about this, who entered through this, the tribe. That is the Ngoni. What was the original homeland of that specific tribe? You not say South Africa this time, because the keyword is talking about original. Their original homeland is Cameroon Highlands. Here they settled here shortly, then migrated into East Africa. Their original homeland is Cameroon Highlands. Let's continue. We have the problems, or the challenges they faced. These are very, very familiar. Look at, just put yourself, just imagine you're on a long journey. You are moving from, you are trekking from wherever you are, especially in this lockdown of COVID. You have been left somewhere there, and you have been told to trek, to walk. What are some of the challenges you may face? You as my learner, you are walking. The means of transport is poor. The roads are poor. What are some of the challenges you have been told? Walk from Mbale, walk from Kumi, walk from Soroti, walk from Mbarara, walk from Chitugumu, walk from Gulu, come to Kampala. What are some of the challenges you're going to face? Same challenges. Along the way, you may meet dangerous wild animals, hostile tribes, harsh weather conditions, shortage of food, poor transport, and of course, difficulties in crossing physical features. My learners, for today, allow me summarize with a simple activity which I expect you to do in your free time, especially in guidance with your dad, mommy, aunt, guardian, wherever you are, and share it with me on our different social media platforms, and I'll be able to look at it, especially the WhatsApp groups we have. I'll be able to look at it and mark and make a response. Thank you very much. In this COVID-19 era, I would say, Stay safe, and as you are staying safe at home, remember to pray so that God can help us to overcome this challenge. Thank you so much.